Medicine doesn't usually taste like dessert, but in this video, we are going to give you permission to eat the one sweet treat that doctors say can actually widen your blood vessels and warm your feet while you sleep. Tonight, we are unwrapping the chocolate paradox. First, I'm going to show you why your arteries crave a specific compound found in cocoa. Then, we have to look at the exact percentage you need, because pick the wrong bar and you'll stay awake all night. And finally, we will enjoy it together with a moment of gratitude. Let's take a breath. The silence of the bedroom can sometimes be the loudest place in the world, especially when your body refuses to settle. You lie there, the blankets are pulled up to your chin, the room is dark, and your mind is ready to drift off. Yet down at the end of the bed, your feet feel like 2 blocks of ice. Or, perhaps, they don't feel cold at all. Maybe they feel heavy, like old wooden logs that you can't quite get comfortable. You might feel a dull ache, a rhythmic throb, or that restless urge to move your legs just to prove to yourself that they are still there. This is the nightly struggle for so many of us as we age. It is the feeling of circulation slowing down, of the day's journey settling into your lower limbs, and gravity claiming its toll. It is easy to think this is just how things are now. We tell ourselves it is just part of getting older. But while our bodies do change, pain and discomfort do not have to be the price of admission to our senior years. Often, the coldness or the heaviness is simply a signal. It is a quiet knock on the door from your circulatory system, asking for a little assistance. Your blood vessels are trying to deliver oxygen and warmth to your toes, but the pathways have become a little narrow, a little stiff. They need something to help them relax. They need a key to open the door, and surprisingly, that key might be sitting in your pantry right now, wrapped in foil. Before we discuss the delicious remedy, we need to understand the landscape of your legs. Think of your arteries as a complex system of highways and side streets. When we are young, these roads are wide and the traffic flows smoothly. The pavement is fresh and flexible. But as the decades pass, the walls of these highways can become a bit rigid. The inner lining of your blood vessels, something called the endothelium, can become less efficient. This lining is responsible for releasing a gas called nitric oxide. You can think of nitric oxide as the traffic controller that waves a green flag, telling the vessel walls to relax and widen so blood can rush through freely. When we age, we naturally produce less of this gas. The traffic controller falls asleep on the job. The vessels stay narrow. Blood has a harder time fighting gravity to get back up from your feet to your heart, and it has a harder time getting down to your toes to keep them warm. This is why you feel that chill. It is simply a lack of warm, oxygenated blood reaching the destination. To fix this, we need to wake up the traffic controller. We need to boost that nitric oxide production. And nature, in its wisdom, has hidden a potent booster inside the bean of the cacao tree. This brings us to the star of our evening, dark chocolate. But we must be very specific here, because not all chocolate is created equal. We are not talking about the candy bars lined up at the grocery store checkout, filled with caramel and nougat. We are talking about the deep, dark, intense chocolate that comes from the earth, The magic ingredient inside this chocolate is a type of antioxidant called a flavanol, specifically a compound named epicatechin. When you eat this compound, your body breaks it down and sends it into your bloodstream. As it travels through your arteries, it signals that inner lining, the endothelium, to wake up. It triggers a release of nitric oxide. Almost immediately, the muscles around your arteries relax. The tubes widen. It is like turning a garden hose from a trickle to a steady, strong flow. Studies have shown that consuming these flavanols can improve blood flow and even lower blood pressure slightly. For your legs, this means the warmth of your core can finally travel all the way down to your toes. The ice melts. The heaviness lifts. Now, you might be wondering if this sounds too good to be true. Can a treat really be medicine? The answer lies in the dose and the quality. This is where many people make a mistake that disrupts their sleep rather than helping it. We need to talk about the percentage. If you pick up a standard milk chocolate bar, you are mostly eating sugar and powdered milk. The actual cocoa content might be as low as 10 or 20%. Sugar is inflammatory. Inflammation is the enemy of circulation because it makes the vessel walls puffy and sticky. So eating sugary chocolate to help your legs is like trying to put out a fire with gasoline. To get the medicinal benefit for your circulation, you need to look for a number on the wrapper. That number is 70% or higher. Ideally, you want to work your way up to 85%. The higher the number, the less sugar is in the bar, and the more flavanols are packed into every bite. Yes, it will taste bitter at first. It will have an earthy, complex flavor. But that bitterness is exactly what we want. That bitterness is the flavor of the medicine. It is the taste of the antioxidants waiting to do their work. There is another concern we must address before you take your first bite, and that is caffeine. It is true that cocoa contains a small amount of caffeine and another stimulant called theobromine. For most people, the amount in a small square of dark chocolate is negligible compared to a cup of coffee. However, as we age, our bodies process caffeine more slowly. A specialized liver enzyme that breaks down stimulants becomes less efficient. This means that for some of us, even a tiny amount of stimulation late at night can keep our eyes open. We want to warm your feet, not steal your sleep. The solution is all about timing. You do not need to eat this chocolate right before you turn out the light. The biological effect of the flavanols lasts for hours. A wonderful strategy is to have your small piece of medicine as a dessert after your early dinner, or perhaps with a small cup of herbal tea about 2 hours before bed. This gives your body time to digest the nutrients and start the process of vasodilation, that widening of the vessels, long before your head hits the pillow. By the time you are tucking yourself in, the caffeine impact has faded, but the circulation benefits are peaking. Let's talk about the ritual itself. In our fast-paced world, we often eat without thinking. We chew and swallow while watching the news or scrolling through our phones. But tonight, I want to invite you to slow down. If we want to lower stress and improve circulation, how we eat is just as important as what we eat. Stress releases cortisol, a hormone that clamps down on blood vessels. It puts your body in a fight-or-flight mode, which pulls blood away from your extremities and into your muscles. This is the opposite of what we want for sleep. So here is your new evening prescription. Find your favorite chair. Turn the lights down low. Take a single square of that high-quality 70% dark chocolate. Just one square is enough. We are looking for about 1 ounce. Place it on your tongue. Do not chew. Let it sit there. Close your eyes. Feel the texture change as it begins to melt. Notice the flavors. Is it fruity? Is it nutty? Is there a hint of vanilla? By letting it melt slowly, you are engaging your senses. You are telling your brain that the day is over. You are safe. You are fed. This mindfulness drops your cortisol levels. So now you have a double effect: the chemical action of the cocoa opening your veins, and the relaxation of your mind opening them further. While you enjoy this quiet moment, there are small companions you can invite to the party to boost the effect even more. Consider pairing your chocolate with a few raw walnuts. Walnuts are rich in an omega-3 fatty acid called alpha-linolenic acid. This healthy fat helps to keep the walls of your arteries flexible. Think of the chocolate as the traffic controller opening the road, and the walnuts as the road crew paving the surface so it is smooth and slick. A bite of walnut followed by a melt of dark chocolate is a texture combination that feels indulgent but acts like a high-grade fuel for your vascular system. Another excellent partner for your evening chocolate is a small handful of berries, perhaps blueberries or strawberries. These fruits are loaded with vitamin C and their own set of antioxidants. Vitamin C is crucial for building collagen, which is the structural material of your veins. If your veins are weak, they can swell and struggle to push blood back up the leg. Strengthening the walls with vitamin C while opening the channel with chocolate creates a comprehensive support system for your legs. Now, we must be practical. There are some of you listening who might need to be cautious. If you suffer from severe acid reflux or GERD, be aware that chocolate can relax the valve at the top of your stomach, just as it relaxes your arteries. If you find that chocolate causes heartburn, try eating it earlier in the day, perhaps at lunch. The flavanols stay in your system for quite some time, so you can still reap the circulation rewards at night without the indigestion. For those managing diabetes, you might be wary of any sweets. This is why the percentage is non-negotiable. A square of 85% dark chocolate has very little sugar and a high fiber content, which means it has a very low impact on your blood sugar. In fact, some studies suggest that the flavanols can actually help improve insulin sensitivity. However, you know your body best. Always monitor your levels and talk to your doctor if you are unsure. This is a sanctuary for health, not a doctor's office, and your safety is the priority. As the chocolate melts and you finish your evening treat, there is one final piece to this puzzle. We have fueled the body. Now we must assist the mechanics. While you are sitting there, feeling the lingering taste of cocoa, I want you to perform a very simple movement. You don't even have to stand up. Simply extend your legs in front of you. Point your toes away from you like a ballerina, and then pull them back toward your shins. Do this slowly. Point and flex. Point and flex. This movement is called the calf pump. Your calf muscles are often called your "second heart." When they contract, they squeeze the deep veins in your legs and shoot the blood back up toward your main heart. By doing this 10 or 15 times after your chocolate ritual, You are physically clearing out the stagnant, cold blood that has pooled in your feet during the day. You are making room for the fresh, warm, nutrient-rich blood that the chocolate is helping to deliver. It is a partnership between nutrition and movement. Imagine the blood flow now. Visualizing warmth is a powerful tool for seniors. As you sit in your chair, or perhaps as you move to the edge of your bed, close your eyes again. Picture a warm golden light traveling from your chest, down through your hips, flowing like a gentle river through your thighs. It moves past your knees, warming the joint. It flows down through your calves, soothing any tightness. Finally, it washes into your ankles and fills your feet, right to the tips of your toes. This visualization actually works with your nervous system to encourage vasodilation. You are teaching your body where to send the energy. There is a beautiful simplicity in returning to natural remedies. For so long we have been told to fear food, to restrict, to deny ourselves pleasure. But here we find that pleasure, when chosen wisely, is part of the healing process. Eating a piece of dark chocolate is an act of kindness to yourself. It is a signal that you are worth caring for. It is a refusal to accept cold feet and discomfort as inevitable. It is a proactive step, taken in the quiet of the evening to reclaim your comfort. If you find that even with the chocolate and the movement your feet still feel cold, do not hesitate to add external warmth. A pair of loose wool socks worn to bed can work wonders. The key word is loose. You want to avoid any elastic bands that dig into your ankles, as that would restrict the very flow we are trying to encourage. Think of the socks as insulation for the warmth the chocolate has generated. You have built the fire on the inside. The socks simply keep the heat from escaping. As you prepare for bed tonight, consider making this a trial for the next week. Buy a high-quality bar of dark chocolate. Keep it in a special place. Make the eating of it a ceremony. Notice if your legs feel a little lighter. Notice if the sheets feel a little less cold against your toes. Notice if you drift off to sleep a little faster, knowing you have done something good for your heart and your vessels. We often look for complex solutions to our problems. We think we need a new prescription or a complicated machine, but sometimes the answer is simpler. Sometimes it is about giving the body the raw materials it needs to heal itself. The endothelium wants to work for you. It wants to open those vessels. It just needs a nudge. It just needs that flavanol signal to start the process. This journey toward better sleep and better health is not a sprint. It is a slow, steady walk. It is about small adjustments that accumulate over time. Tonight, it is a piece of chocolate. Tomorrow, it might be an extra glass of water to keep the blood fluid. The next day, a short walk in the sunshine. All of these small choices weave together to form a tapestry of health that protects you as you age. You are the weaver of that tapestry. You have the control. If you have found comfort in this idea, if the thought of a nightly chocolate ritual brings a smile to your face, then we have already succeeded. Reducing anxiety about your health is just as important as the health remedy itself. When you go to bed happy, you sleep better. When you sleep better, your body repairs itself more efficiently. Your heart rests. Your blood pressure stabilizes. It is a virtuous circle, and it all starts with a simple treat. As we reach the end of our time together, I want to leave you with a thought on legacy. Taking care of yourself is not selfish. When you are rested, when you are not distracted by pain or cold, you have more energy for the people you love. You have more patience for your grandchildren, more focus for your reading, more vitality for your garden. Your health is the foundation upon which the rest of your life is built. By tending to the foundation, even with something as small as a cocoa bean, you are supporting everything else. Thank you for allowing me to be a part of your evening routine. It is an honor to speak to you in these quiet hours. If you are ready to try this delicious remedy, or if you simply enjoy having a gentle voice to help you wind down, I invite you to click the subscribe button right now. By subscribing, you are joining a community of seniors who are choosing a slower, kinder approach to health. You are ensuring that tomorrow night we can meet again to share another tip, another story, another moment of peace. Sleep is waiting for you. The warmth is returning to your legs. Your body knows what to do. Trust it. Let the day go. Let the heavy thoughts dissolve like chocolate on the tongue. You are safe. You are warm. You are loved. Good night.